welcome to the show. So what's been happening? Well, the World Cup has started.
Fireworks in the desert sky herald the opening of the 2022 World Cup.
A big win for England and a dramatic draw for Wales as they open their campaigns at the World Cup finals.
And it comes after intense scrutiny from the West in the build-up to the tournament over issues including its treatment of women, gay rights and conditions for migrant workers.
Luckily, the FIFA president was on hand to answer Qatar's critics with the weirdest speech ever.
Today I feel Arab.
Okay.
Today I feel gay.
Right.
Today I feel disabled.
Do you?
Today I feel a migrant worker.
Today, I feel like you haven't taken your tablets. It's unbelievable. He's none of those things. He's talking more shit than this guy gets on his head. It gets madder. Look what he reckons he understands oppression.
As a child at school, I was bullied because I had red hair.
Being ginger isn't the same as being gay. You don't have to come out to your parents. Mum, Dad, I'm strawberry blonde. Being ginger isn't the same as being a migrant worker, because if you were ginger and you worked in 50-degree heat, you'd fucking melt. And finally, it isn't the same as being disabled, or we'd see these signs on the road. Man. Did you see the letter he sent to the teams?
FIFA has written to all 32 nations who are taking part in the World Cup this month, urging them to ignore any political controversies and focus exclusively on the football.
How can we ignore it? People have died building the stadiums. It's like Fred West going, forget about the murders, enjoy the patio. It's not just FIFA facing criticism. Did you hear about David Beckham? He allegedly signed a £150 million deal to be the face of the Qatar World Cup. Can you imagine that phone call?
No way, absolutely not. No, they've got an atrocious human rights record. There's no way you'll get me there. 150 million. Victoria! Pick out your best burqa. We are going to Qatar!
Christ, is there anything he won't do for money? I reckon if you paid him enough, he'd promote Russia like this. I mean, take this PR video. Do you reckon he'd really say this if he wasn't being paid?
I've been coming here for quite a few years and I've seen a real football culture here.
I think it's going to be great for the fans.
It's been pretty incredible.
Set up perfectly.
Facilities is incredible. Qatar is ready for this World Cup.
Believe it or not, we're at the entrance to the England team hotel. Who chose this? I'm sure it's lovely inside.
It gets better. Look at all the Qatari stuff he says he loves.
I love riding. I love to go to fish market. I love a bike community. I love to go to spice market.
And everybody knows how much I love a taco.
Of course we do. It's Beckham. He's bloody taco mad. You offer Dave a burrito, he'll tell you to fuck off because he's a taco boy till he dies. This is my favourite bit. Listen to this.
I love being in the middle of nowhere and talking and eating and...
I love talking, eating, jumping, sniffing, wobbling. I love to wobble. I love wobbling nearly as much as I love tacos.
Now, what makes Beckham's behaviour shocking is that footballers can do so much, man. Did you see what Jack Grealish did when he scored?
This celebration, a promise Grealish had made to a young fan with cerebral palsy.
Did you think I was going to do it or not?
I thought you'd forgotten.
No, I didn't forget. You was always in the back of my mind, mate.
It's beautiful. I mean, footballers don't always get it right. One Romanian team showed support for Ukraine by spelling out "Stop War" on their shirts. Unfortunately, they stood in the wrong order. They meant so much to them. Now, so what has the World Cup been like for fans in Qatar? Well, it hasn't got off to a great start.
Now, fans at the World Cup in Qatar will not be able to buy alcohol in stadiums following a last-minute U-turn by the organisers.
So, how did the England fans react to that?
They won't like dampen my spirits too much because I just get all the games.
I just get shit-faced for breakfast. Mind you, even that will be tough because football fans face paying up to 80 quid a pint in Qatar. You're right to make that noise. 80 quid. That is going to change the celebrations. Instead of this, we'll have this.
Saka with a chance. And England score a second goal.
Mind you, if you think the booze is bad, the food's even worse. In the fan zone, the Greek salad costs 9 quid and looks like this. Two things. A, it looks like it's been through my dog. And B, what football fan is ordering salad? What are they in the sidelines? Who ate all the lettuce? Who ate all the lettuce? You slim bastard! You slim bastard! You ate all the lettuce. So I know what you're thinking. You probably think food and drink may be bad, but I bet the accommodation is superb. Nope. For 184 quid a night, you can stay in this plastic horror show, a Wendy house in the middle of the desert. Wow. It turns out there is something worse than a travel lodge. Now, what I want to know, how are they advertising that? Come to the Qatar Fan Village. Why stay in a hotel room when you can have a porter cabin? There's plenty to enjoy. You can look at gravel, gaze at unfinished road junctions, watch David Beckham talk and eat. Or enjoy this footage of a luxury hotel in a completely different country. But remember, don't be gay. Now, over in America, they've had some devastating news. Look who's back.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
He's like Thrush. You just can't get rid of him. Big round of applause from you two ladies in the front.
An absolute bind. Live yog at my arse.
That's probably why it's not working. You're not meant to put it there. Did you see? I'm dreadfully sorry. Did anyone else see Trump's slogan? Make America great and glorious again, or
Magaga.
That's not a slogan. That's a piss Teletubby.
Magaga.
It sounds like someone on ketamine trying to say this lady's name.
Magaga. Lady Magaga.
Did you see Trump's speech? It was full of the usual bollocks.
I've gone decades without a war, the first president to do it for that long a period.
You've gone decades without a war. You were only in charge for 4 years, you simple fuck. That's like me going, I got married in 2019. It's been the happiest 50 years of my life. Inevitably, Trump had a pop at Joe Biden.
He said thank you to the wrong country for inviting him to a major summit.
Yeah, Biden mixed up Cambodia and Colombia, but it's a bit rich coming from Trump. Let's not forget how he pronounces Tanzania.
our embassies in Kenya and Tanzania.
Mind you, if you think he struggles with words, check out how he deals with a water bottle.
Are you getting ready?
It's like he's blowing on it. He's drinking it like a gerbil who's had lip fillers, just... so upsetting. His mouth is so weird. It's like watching someone perform ventriloquism with their arsehole. Which I'd watch and got a round of applause, weirdly. That might have been your hands, that might have been your arse, just kind of...
An amen, Russell.
What I don't understand, how is he able to run for president, particularly when he did this?
When FBI agents searched Mar-a-Lago, they found top-secret documents and dozens of empty folders marked classified inside former President Trump's personal office.
Listen to him bullshitting about why it was OK for him to remove those papers.
If you're the President of the United States, you can declassify just by saying it's declassified, even by thinking about it.
So let me get this straight. Your brain is so powerful, it can declassify things just by thinking about them, but you still can't say Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Did you see what he claimed other presidents have done?
George H.W. Bush took millions of documents to a former bowling alley and a former Chinese restaurant where they combined them, so they're in a bowling alley / Chinese restaurant.
Those well-known establishments. I've lost count of the times I've been to a Chinese restaurant / bowling alley. We all have. Fancy some sweet and sour bowling? I can't. I'm booked for ping-pong curry. He wasn't just inventing new restaurants. Look where he claims Bill Clinton hid his documents.
Bill Clinton took millions of documents from the White House to a former car dealership in Arkansas and kept classified recordings in his sock drawer. In fact, he supposedly put the information from the White House into his socks.
Absolute madness. The only thing Bill Clinton used his socks for was cleaning up jizz. Let's be honest. It's been a bleak week. Qatar, Trump's return. However, there was one moment of joy, and that was this man's attempt to report on baby elephants.
Human actions are destroying habitats, decimating our entire ecosystem and disrupting the circle of life. And with the rise in drought cases, it is up to us to be guardians of our own natural world, save our wild species, and provide a home.
Now it's time for Playground Politics. This week, I asked the kids for their thoughts on alien life forms. What do you think an alien looks like?
A massive head, tiny eyes, massive mouth, tiny nose, green skin, tiny body, and they don't have a bum.
They have no bum.
Yeah, they're built different.
They are built different, yeah.
I don't believe in aliens. Because how is it possible to travel at light speed to get from a planet to planet and not suffer the incredible forces of gravitational pull?
Right.
I read a book about a fighter pilot, and he had a problem when he was getting crushed and blood was oozing through his mouth because he was travelling at insane speed down towards Earth in the extremity of aerial combat.
Esme, do you like the sound of that book?
No.
OK. If we want to get aliens' attention, what should we do?
How about we attract them by doing an alien dance?
OK. Oh, is that an alien dance? I like that, yeah.
Aren't they, like, sending, like, pictures of naked women to get attracted?
What?
Have you not heard about it?
No.
Yes.
Do you think that's going to work?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think that's going to work?
Yeah, they're aliens. They've never seen that type of stuff.
But maybe that kind of stuff is weird to them.
Because they're like, oh, blimey, she's only got 2.
Do you know what I mean? And also, they're going to be really shocked when they, they're like,
Wow, OK, right, let's go. Right, everyone in the van, everyone in the van.
Like that. Yeah. Like that, and then they get here, and that all the women are wearing clothes.
Wait. What's all this?
They're going to be furious.
And then we'll steal their van so they can't come back.
So we're luring the aliens over here with women so that we can steal their van.
Yeah, and then they stay here, and then we can put them into a lab so we can do research on them.
I mean, that is heartbreaking for these green perverts. Isn't it? Why do you think we haven't met aliens yet?
Me and Daniel have, because we got abducted the other day by aliens. That's why we were late to school.
Wow, that sounds like, and I respect both of you,
Okay,
a nice bit of lies.
They took Daniel to school, but they threw me off the ship. You give them a 5-star rating, I give them a 0.
What the hell? So you were abducted by aliens, and then, rather than go to the police, you went on TripAdvisor and then gave them ratings.
5-star rating, they gave me food and everything. It was amazing.
Okay, can you two both of you for a second?
Okay.
Well, I'll take whatever they're having.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see that.
Yeah. I feel sorry for them. I do genuinely feel sorry for them aliens. But on the plus side, we got us an alien van. Where are we going?
We're going to where the aliens live because it probably has a tracker saying home. So then we
That's
just
right, I'll
go
click
down.
on the sat-nav. Home address. Do you want some tunes?
Sure.
What music do you want? Dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright. It's such a...
Skip.
Okay. Next one. Life is a roller coaster.
Skip.
I believe I... I'll skip that one. Now, this week's budget was brutal. There's a £55 billion black hole, and we're going to have to pay for it with our taxes. But one thing that I don't get, there's a way to get loads of that money back and save thousands of lives. We build a time machine and we kidnap Liz Truss. I'm joking. Here's what we do. We decriminalise drugs. Now, I don't think people realise how much money's involved. If we do that, the country could benefit to the tune of nearly 20 billion every year. That's over a third of the black hole. Let's do it. Britain gets rich, crime goes down. The only problem, King Charles will have to hide, because if you're high, you're definitely going to try and eat his fingers. So why don't we do this? Well, as soon as you suggest relaxing drug laws, Middle England reacts like this.
Legalise drugs? If we do that, these skunk fiends will kill Ant and Dec, join ISIS and eat every baby they can find!
And because politicians want her vote, they're on the news going, we've got to get tough on drugs, let's get tough on drugs! Which is pretty rich when you consider there was evidence of cocaine in toilets near Boris Johnson's office. Young Tories seen in Parliament Bar with cocaine hanging from their nostril, and a Tory MP snorted cocaine, stripped naked and groped women's breasts. It's shocking, isn't it? I can't believe they found cocaine in a place where overconfident people talk shit. It's everywhere. One MP even posed for this photo. He said it wasn't coke. I wish I'd been there for that. That isn't coke. My gerbil loves weightlifting and he needs to talk up before he benches. But this is serious, because the government's drug policies don't work. Drug deaths in Britain have gone up year on year for over a decade. We've got county line gangs, rehab centres full, and even children as young as 8 pretending to be drug lords in school playgrounds. 8 years old. We used to play British Bulldog. They're playing Colombian crack lord. It's so bleak. We got kids in playground like, oi, Timmy, if you don't shift all my heroin, I'll kill your entire family. No, I gotta go. I got spelling. You won't believe how they spell phlegm. It's with a P. It's with a... Perfleglimem. They'll sell more drugs! It's... Sorry, that was a bit much. But it is ridiculous. Every country that's relaxed their drug laws have had good outcomes. Portugal, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Uruguay, Canada, Mexico, the Netherlands, the Dutch. Are they drug-fueled monsters? No, they're friendly and weird. They celebrate King's Day each year by playing a game called Nail Poops, where they hang a nail from their arse and drop it in a bottle of beer. And here's what I love. No one knows why. You're like, it's the King's birthday. Let's teabag a bottle with some nails. What do they do for the Queen? Let's sellotape a spoon to our dick and stir their porridge. Happy birthday to you! The point I'm making, our government should be following these countries and their laws, but instead, we've still got the Psychoactive Substances Act of 2016, which was meant to crack down on legal highs, but ended up restricting the sales of all sorts of weird shit, including whipped cream and toads. Because that's a problem, isn't it? Let's not muck around. You probably had that happen to you on the way to tonight's show. There's a dealer on the corner. Do you want some amphibian? I can't. I'm off my tits on lizard, mate. Don't... It's ridiculous. We're throwing taxpayers' money away on this shit, and frustratingly, some Class A's are relatively harmless. A study finds mushrooms are the safest recreational drug. Legal drugs like tobacco and booze give you cancer and wreck your liver. What do mushrooms do? This is what mushrooms do.
English just doesn't have the words to describe what it was like. But I was in a purple palace that was actually an octopus enveloping this beautiful living space. And it wasn't scary, it was beautiful. In the palace, I immediately met my dog Falcon. I hugged him, and I was able to emotionally connect with him.
And here is what booze does. Mushrooms aren't just safer, they might actually be medicinal. Listen to this.
Research into the psychedelic chemical in so-called magic mushrooms suggests it may ease depression in some hard-to-treat patients.
But instead of focusing on that, we focus on headlines like this. Man on 5-day drug binge found filling his hotel bathtub with potatoes while wearing a bra. Listen. If I was Lenny Henry, I wouldn't want to do those premiere interviews either. Now, what I'm saying is, we have a 55 billion black hole, and decriminalising drugs can not only save us 20 billion a year, it would also save lives, cut crime, and improve mental health. One of the biggest advantages, never mind the money, we could stop treating addicts as criminals and instead treat them as people who need help. It makes so much sense. Even this lady agrees.
Damn right. I took shrooms and I love this purple palace. And you know what? This nail poops is great fun.
Welcome to the final part of the show. And this week, I'm delighted to be joined by one of the breakout stars of the Edinburgh Fringe. Please welcome Jordan Gray!
It's nice. Hello, thank you so much for having me. What I should like to do is perform some music for you. Before we do that, I've got a couple of questions. Question number one, what do you think of my haircut? Thanks. Windy out, isn't it? This was straight when I left the house. I was straight when I left the house. That's how bloody windy it is out there. Well windy out there. I love that joke because if you think about it for more than a second, it doesn't make any sense at all. Still gets a laugh, caught all the time. Question two, what do you think of my outfit? Thanks. They say dress for the job you want. I don't really want one. We've all got secrets, haven't we? Yeah, skeletons in our knickers and such. Now, if you've not met me before, you probably already guessed my secret. I'm quite tall for a girl. I've got quite a deep voice. I've got quite big hands. My hair clearly came on a different mega bus than I did, right? Nonetheless, I thought it'd be nice to reveal my secret to you through the medium of song. Would that be all right? Little showbiz secret. I was going to do that anyway. But thanks. This song is called Cecilia C. And it goes exactly like this, because I wrote it. So fucking good at the piano. You know, that sounds well good. Shut up, don't patronise me. I'm the girl they call Cecilia C. But I've got a deep, dark secret down in me. Half the world doesn't understand, the other half probably doesn't give a damn. So I don't know who I'm supposed to be, 'cause no one knows that I am gluten-free. Oh, it's so good to get that off my chest. Thanks. I live my life like Julian Assange. Hey, I eat my 3 square meals in Pret-a-Manger. Hey, I never get invited to the restaurant, and I would fuck an alligator for a fresh croissant, mama. Theresa May might have lost a seat, but at least she could run through a field of wheat and not die. Oh, mama, I miss the macaroni, I miss the panettone. Focaccia, fuck that, it's a full-blown attack on my intestinal tract. It's a fact, can't interact with a biscotti, pumpernickel, tea cake, or a cracker. A ciabatta flatbread, or a Big Mac, I'll miss them. Listen, I got my memories and that's what matters. A stack of sandwiches, I'll just have the ham, bitches. You ever tried to make a pancake without the batter? Bread is better than sex. Ladies, help me out, you know I'm talking sense. The only man I miss in my bed is a tiny little man made of gingerbread, oh yeah. And after all his crummy loving, I'd love to find a bun in my oven. I would eat it. I'm basically a suffragette. Now lay me down and fuck me with a French baguette. It's not a silly act. I've got celiac disease. Now you know why they call me Cecilia C. It spells celiac, didn't it? Celia C. It's wordplay. It's a clever song for clever people, do you know what I mean? Like, you're looking at me like you get it. You don't get it, do you? I see in your eyes. So, just say it with me. Celia C. Celiac. That's just the end of the song. Thanks.
Tonight, it's Good Deeds, and a group that's come up with a brilliant way of helping men with their mental health.
What fictional family do you think you would fit into? So for me, just because it's my mother's maiden name, the Adams family.
You fucking took the answer.
Hi, I'm Graham from the Shad Chefs, and we started the Shad Chef Man Hub in Blackburn. The Shad Chef Man Hub is a men's mental health group where people can come and talk about their problems. Shadworth Estate is on Blackburn. All the lads that run the Man Hub grew up on this estate. About 4 years ago, we set up a page called the Shad Chefs Council Estate Food Connoisseurs.
I've always been banging to doing my council estate teas. It's like when I was a kid, my mum used to do my pot noodle and chips. I started doing these teas, I don't know why, but I was taking pictures and posting it.
A couple of people slated it, but the majority of people loved it. Just went bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Since we started the pictures with the pot noodles and stuff like that, it's definitely gone in a different direction. Started doing sponsored walks, things like that, raising money for families who needed us at the time. So far, we've raised over £50,000 for local communities. And then a friend of mine passed away last year. He decided to end his life by suicide, and that hit us hard. We didn't know how he was feeling. It just happened. We didn't know until it was too late. So we all got together and thought, well, this is not right. Let's do something about it. So that's when me and a few of the lads decided to start this Man Hub. At first, we thought it weren't going to work, because the first week, 2 lads turned on. We thought, hang on a minute, what's going on here? And then word got about, and we just went from strength to strength.
Usually I'll facilitate it, I'll ask the questions, I'll start off with my own answer. The first question, as always, how has your week been? Have you got anything to get off your chest?
When I first started coming, I wasn't talking as much. I was a very quiet person. It's led to me reapplying for college, ignore what's happened before, move on with the future with these new skills they've given me.
Confidentiality is key. What's said in the Man Hub stays in the Man Hub.
I lost my job with COVID. I've gone a bit in myself a bit. You know, a lot of people, men especially, won't come to out like this world because they think they're macho. We're changing that, aren't we?
We've currently got a GoFundMe page set up where people can donate if they'd like to, so we can keep the Man Hub running for the foreseeable future. If anyone else is setting up this kind of thing, what we do here, go for it, lads. It's good to talk.
Thanks very much for watching the show. Good night, my friends. Good night.